Hey, I'm Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV. This is Brief 176, DearCallie.com. We move the studio tomorrow. Or today. Well, it's... So today? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. First question. My husband has a MacBook Pro with a mobile Broadband Express card. Is there a way he can share his internet connection? Absolutely. It's super simple. Here's what you want to do. You want to go to System Preferences on the MacBook Pro, click on Sharing, then on Internet. You want to make sure your Express card is listed in the Share Your Connection From drop-down menu. Also make sure the airport box is checked. Then you'll click on Start. You'll get a message, click Start again, and you're ready to share. Next question. We've been toying with the idea of buying either a projector or a large flat screen of some sort, preferably with an HD DVD player or other high-def input. What are your thoughts? I think you said you have a projector. Do you think it's better to buy a non-HD projector and hold out a while for HD, go for a large screen plasma, LCD, etc., or wait a bit longer? I'm tired of watching movies 5 to 6 times a week on a 20-inch IMAX screen. I feel your pain. We had a projector for a long time. It was the InFocus Screenplay 4805, and we recently switched it out for a 37-inch Vizio LCD HDTV. A projector gives you a great theater-like experience, and there are several things we miss about it. It also gives you a dramatically larger screen size. Our projector wasn't HD, but it still had a pretty darn great picture if the room was completely dark. Even with an excellent projector and an expensive screen optimized for bright rooms, a darker viewing space is still better for watching movies, so you want to consider whether you can create a dark space. Less expensive projectors generate a tremendous amount of fan noise, although that is quickly changing. You should also consider the price of replacement lamps. We've had our projector for nearly 3 years. We've replaced the lamp once, and I think it was about $200 for the new bulb. I'm extremely happy with the Vizio HDTV. First of all, Vizio products are extremely affordable compared to other brands. There are at least 2 types of every input. I love the picture quality and I like the design of the display. One commenter on DearCallie.com says, the advantage of projection is 2-part. First and most importantly, if you're building a home theater, you can't beat the emotional impact of front projection. It's just what watching movies should be. Second, the projector is much more expensive when you take into account the need to control ambient light, the projector itself, and finally the screen. However, once purchased, the only part that you need to upgrade is the projector. So total cost of ownership drops for projected images the longer you live. Go for front projection and get a popcorn popper. You can't beat the experience. I agree, except that it depends on your budget. To get the most out of front projection, it's a more significant investment. Third question. Recently, I've switched to Mac. I need a program like Microsoft Paint to use for pixel art. Do you recommend any I could get for free? All you pixel artists, take a look at Pixin. It's free. If you're looking for a program like MS Paint that goes beyond pixel art, Seashore is a Mac alternative. It's free and open source. If you're willing to spend $99, Photoshop Elements is excellent. It's what we use for Geek Brief. Of course, Photoshop is the best of the best, and it costs a whopping $649. Once you're in, though, upgrades are reasonably priced. Graphic Converter was recommended by 2 people in the comments section at DearCallie.com. They have long-term experience with it and highly recommend it, so definitely check it out. Links are in the show notes at geekbrief.tv. Last question. I love this one. Dear Callie, I watch your show all the time. I have a non-tech question. How many shirts do you own? It seems like you have an endless wardrobe. Do you worry about re-wearing the same clothes on each episode? I get this question a lot. I can't explain why it feels weird to wear the same shirt more than once on Geek Brief, but it does. I mean, in my everyday life, I tend to wear the same few shirts until they wear out. I wear the shirts we get for the show 2 and maybe sometimes 3 times. It seems wasteful, but wearing the different shirts kind of seems like a shorthand way to communicate quickly that, hey, you're watching a new episode. Wardrobe is really the only thing I don't enjoy about doing Geek Brief. I don't like to shop. Neil does, so he gets the privilege. In 2006, we spent way too much on wardrobe. We expected it to be tax deductible. Our accountant said it isn't. That was not a pleasant surprise. We're doing much better this year. Many people commented that I should eBay them. I think I'll auction off the shirts in lots for charity. I have several more Dear Callie questions answered and ready to be published. If you have a question, send it to dearcallie@geekbrief.com. Other stuff goes to Callie@geekbrief.com. I'm behind on email because of the move and the lack of internet access. I can only spend so much time hanging out in a coffee shop before I start bouncing off the walls. Thanks for watching and using my promo codes at GoDaddy.com and for leaving comments at geekbrief.tv and DearCallie.com. Bye! I keep hitting this thing.
Another Pod Show video podcast. Stick it on your screen.